What's one of the best places to play pickleball just about any time of day and any time of year in the Phoenix area? Look no further than Pickleball Kingdom. It is the spot to go to, and in this video I'm sharing with you all the helpful things to know about how you can go and play here, and tons more coming up. I like that. Once inside. Oh, cool. Let's go in. And if you're new here, yo, I'm Christina with Where in the World is CL, and I make travel videos every week to help you get up, get out, go travel. So if you like to travel, consider subscribing. I'm helping people to find places around the world to play pickleball. I was in the Phoenix area playing at a ton of places, and Pickleball Kingdom was one of my favorite places to play. So let's talk about the most helpful things to know, as well as a tour that I did with the team so you can see the space. But let's kick it off with the top question, which is, do you need a membership to play at Pickleball Kingdom? Ooh, this is really good news, because if you're traveling in like I am, and a lot of the people I met who were there, you don't need a membership to play here. It's only $15 for drop-in, and the drop-in hours, we'll talk about in a minute. There's a lot of them, but there's options for clinics, for lessons, and obviously if you want a membership and you live in the area, then you can do that as well. They vary from $30 a month all the way up to $190 a month. This is kind of what that looks like, and the price will vary depending on how many perks you want. Do you want to be able to reserve courts really far in advance, have, VIP invites to some of the tournaments? Do you want to, all the things, right? So it goes up depending on how much you want from your membership, but a full blog post as well as more information can be found in the show notes below. So make sure you check that out. And here's my most favorite part about how drop-in works during my tour with the team. Check it out.
Do drop-in 3 times a day, okay? 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., 11 to 2, and then 5 to 8 p.m. at night, 7 days a week, okay? And so I also have courts out here designated by level of play. So I have my beginner courts, I have intermediate courts, advanced, and so on. My 404, 5s and so on right there. I have challenge courts, so people come in, they can challenge if they want to challenge up to that next level, and so on.
So for new people who are walking in, how do we know which courts that we should go to?
Absolutely. So at that front up there, I'll show you. So there is a schedule as to what courts you have. And then if you see right here, I'll show you.
Oh, they actually
So each court then has a designated sign, okay, as far as what courts are available for this. So for example, this court 1 is 5 to 8 p.m., okay, is for 303.5s.
Got it.
Okay.
Very cool.
Like so. And then I'll be on every court that'll show what that level is for.
Yeah.
And there's a schedule on that board right there that shows you what days, what times everything has for what courts are available. This will just give you an idea of open play times that we have, and then which courts are available based off of level of play on those.
The next helpful thing to know if you're traveling in like I was, if you brought your own gear, awesome. It's all BYO. They don't provide the balls or equipment, but you can rent them. So you can rent paddles at the front or buy balls at the front. And that is one of my most favorite parts, is this is an indoor facility, but with outdoor clay courts. So you're playing with an outdoor ball while you're here, and you have the benefit of outdoor courts, but you're not in the Arizona sun or dealing with the wind. Another helpful thing to know is that there are 15 courts total. There are 4 in the front and the rest are in the back, with super high ceilings on the back side. So that was really awesome, because if you're someone like myself working on your defensive lobs, you're not going to hit the ceiling when you're playing out there. Another awesome thing about the court setup is that each court is individually fenced. So this is really helpful because there aren't balls rolling around everywhere, but there are lots of gates to be able to get in and out of the courts and onto different areas of the entire facility. But with every good thing, there's a bad thing. So one thing that didn't work out well for me is that you can see with some of the courts that the fence is really close to where you play at. And so it became a common issue to be hitting the fence with my paddle or my butt when I was serving. And so not every court is created equal. And so the courts in the front, for example, have tons of space around them. You can rent them out by the hour. So that's available to both members and non-members. But one of the challenges, and I asked some of the regulars there, Am I allowed to call a do-over when my paddle hits the fence or when my butt hits the fence? And the answer is no. So in other words, it's such a common problem at Pickleball Kingdom that one of the things they've done to adjust is it's acceptable for people to step over the line when they're serving, for example, because some of the courts have limited room. But I will say having fenced off individual courts does make a really big difference in how it feels when you're playing, because you don't have interrupted play with balls rolling in. Which, by the way, one of the unique things about Arizona when you play pickleball here is in places like California and Florida, if there's a ball on the court, ball, everyone yells ball. But in Arizona, guess what they say? They say pickle, which is kind of funny because you're playing and you're like yelling pickle to indicate there's a ball on the court. It's neat and cute. All right, are you ready? Let's go on a tour of the facility with David. But if you're getting some value out of this video, cheers that like button, consider subscribing, and don't forget about the blog post and more helpful tips in the description below. And let's go on the tour.
People can also reserve courts if they wanted to. They just pay $1 amount per court hour, for them to do it. But they can also reserve them, including visitors. Okay, visitors can book a court up to a 48-hour booking if they want to. Members have a little bit longer to do that, but they can do that.
The setup.
Did you see the virtual tour
I did.
of that and everything?
Yeah.
Okay,
I did.
so you'll see what's happening here.
Yeah, I saw that there's something happening upstairs.
Yeah, so what we're doing here is this is our mezzanine. Okay, we finally got approval from the city to get this done. Okay. So we have a lounge area that's underneath that we've been using, and then now we're gonna have the second story, the mezzanine up top.
Yeah.
So the views up there are just spectacular. Amazing when you're above the lob. You're still looking down on a lobbed ball, and so you get a different perspective as far as what the game looks like. And
I drone a lot of my games.
But yeah, so it's great to see that. So we do tournament play, league play, clinics, okay? And so with tournament, the idea is, you can be up there and watch the games and so on. We have a Series 7 license, so we have our beer and wine license. So and we'll have some food.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
People come in, relax, enjoy a game. Hey, you got the next round, kind of thing. We'll bet stuff, but yeah, it's a great opportunity.
When can people anticipate this being open?
About 5 weeks. Cool. Yeah, about 5 weeks.
Return trip.
So we're excited about that. Yeah.
Very cool.
Thank you.
That's great.
An indoor facility, this is all outdoor services.
Yeah.
Okay, so you still play with the outdoor ball, okay, on it. And ideally, when you're looking at facilities, height of ceiling is going to be an important factor. Okay, you'll notice that in there we have a little lower there, but back here it is very high. So we want to make sure that there's plenty of room for the lobs, and we haven't had too many up there hit, but yeah, it's a heck of a lob when you get up that high, on doing it.
Awesome.
But each court is individualized as far as fenced off. So we don't have too many issues with balls flying into other courts. Every now and then you do, but for the most part you get a good game without any interruption.
And what else happens in this space right here?
So this is usually a court, okay? Usually court 7.
Yeah.
But I've had to shut it down right now as we're doing this. So we do have ping pong, and we do have like our Pickleball Kingdom cornhole that's going on here. And we will have these as the mezzanine and everything develops. It'll just push over here, and so we'll put it up there. Okay? And this will again turn back into court 7.
That's awesome. What's your typical, who comes here? I see people of all ages that are here.
Yeah.
But I guess who are the people that come in the most, or when people are traveling in, who can they expect to meet when they're here playing at
Welcome to Pickleball, okay? You're gonna find that you're gonna meet anybody and everybody. Because of the push and the movement of pickleball has been so big, and the reason we're seeing that is because of the demographics is so broad. 8 years ago, the average age in pickleball was 77 years old.
Right.
Okay, last year, mid-30s.
Exactly.
And so we're seeing that younger group get in, so you're seeing it push down. And so that's what you're finding with this, is you're gonna find every level. You're looking at right now, you got a 10-year-old young man there, you got people that are in their 50s, 60s, and so on. So in that, and this is just a small group as far as what's gonna be showing up here when we're here. Yeah. And so you'll see all different levels. So as far as facility, okay, we have full locker rooms. So full locker, shower, restroom, okay, in there. Each facility has 4 showers, and so on. So if their daily lockers are free, okay. If they want to reserve or have a locker for a month, they can.
Yeah.
You know, they can purchase or rent that on it. For beginners, okay, so some of the things that we do offer. So every day, twice a day, we have a Pickleball 101 class. Okay, so if people just want to learn the sport, they want to come in, it's a free class that we offer, and just to learn the game. Majority of the people that come in never touched the paddle, okay, before, and they want to just learn the game, and we teach them. And then once they start to learn that, they quickly learn that they can play and they understand it, which is why pickleball is going so fast, because it is a game that most anybody can play.
It's really easy to pick up on. Yeah.
And then we do have people that are going to be here for a little bit, want advanced teachings, we have coaches. So I have a gentleman like Coach Doug right here is coaching. I had Coach Lacey right here on this court here doing coaching.
Cool.
And so I have 8 coaches right now, including myself, but there's, in addition to myself, but we have that people want to learn.
That's great.
Okay, the game.
Such an awesome place to play pickleball. Make sure you check out the additional helpful notes in the description below. Come to Pickleball Kingdom, take a lesson with David, drop in for open play. I'll certainly be back. I want to check out that mezzanine when it's open. If you got some value out of this, cheers that like button. Connect with me on social, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao.